Hey guys, how you going? Paul here and Bron.
I'm Bron, and we've been asked by the Mother's Day Classic 2018 here in Port Macquarie to share our story and talk about what it's like to live with a diagnosis of cancer. So we're Paul and Bron, and we have 5 boys. We've lived in Port now for 11 years, so we have 5 sons, 19, 17, 16, 12 and 9, just turned 9. And back on the 5th of September 2017, I encouraged my doctor to give me a request for a mammogram and ultrasound. And at the time, I just had this funny nerve pain. So, you know, when people tell you to look for lumps and for bumps and things like that, you want to think outside the square. So for me, if there was no lump, there was a little strip and it felt like calcification. So I encouraged my doctor to please give me a referral. And that's when our process started. On the 15th of September, I was formally diagnosed with ductal breast cancer, so ductal carcinoma, and yes, it had invaded. So it was not just simple breast cancer, it was moderate, and on the 20th, so literally within a couple of weeks, I'm on an operating table. Never been sick in my life, mind you, and here I was having surgery and a mastectomy for breast cancer. And it is the most horrific thing when your doctor looks at you and says,
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She didn't even need to say the word cancer. And instantly, my world turned upside down. So what I thought was a busy, chaotic world before with the kids and a business and challenges and stuff, everything paled into significance now that this thing that we all fear had come into our lives. And I'm 48. And there was not a time to breathe. So you get shoved into this cycle and, you know, you're seeing the surgeon and then you're having an operation and then you've got drains and you've got pain and then, oh, well, we're going to start your chemo in a month. What do you mean, chemo? What? Me? Chemo? And, you know, what was it like for you, honey, at that time?
I was just thinking about that. So we've been married 21 years, right?
Right.
And,
yeah, we have.
And, you know, as a husband, as a dad, now 5 boys, as you're going through all of those, each of those boys working, you know, providing when you're having babies and stuff like that. Yeah, never before have I really felt that out of control, for one, like just totally out of control, and 2, useless. You know, like you just get, all of a sudden you're being told how it's going to roll, what you're going to do, here's what to expect, here's the expected outcomes, and none of that really happened the way it was meant to.
Not at all.
You know, and so yeah, so you're just caught in this machine, you're caught in this vortex. These people are doing the best that they can. You're in like a desensitized environment where I guess that's this is what I'm talking about, the specialists and the nurses and the carers. They're no doubt
all day, every day.
They no doubt have to have mechanisms that help them to cope, and maybe that is desensitization, or what appears to be. I know that they're not. We've met some beautiful people, mostly all of them.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, just out of control.
And that goes for me as well, because, you know, you're now no longer able to just do whatever you want because your body's now not doing what it's meant to do, and it's a very weird, strange position to be in. And the treatment plan, as I said, I've been on chemo for 5 months and it was horrific. I had shocking side effects, and I've got the portacath, and I'm now starting radiotherapy. So I'm following the trajectory of the correct plan for best evidence that they've got right now for breast cancer. And the drugs that I'm having are like decades old. So this is the reason why we're really supporting the Mother's Day Classic here in Port Macquarie, is because we want to get behind and raise awareness for people to be aware around the funding for the research for breast cancer. You know, there's a lot done on the front end, which is to support people like me, if you are able to tap into it. So that's the other thing, that when you're going through this system, and I feel like it's a system or a process. There's a lot of things you can do and can't do, and it's very, very overwhelming on where to turn to, and then you get given so much information. And where we're at the moment is we're almost out the other end. So we're almost out where treatment is finished, but it doesn't end there, because there is no scans, there is no, well done, Bron, you're cured. Basically, it's as if you're cured, it's because we know you're cured because it didn't come back, or it's come back, and I'm sorry we didn't cure you. So even though you're monitored, so living with that is tough, because you're living with what is called an open-ended outcome. That is the way my oncologist described it. And for those of you who are watching, and you know, there's a lot of fear around cancer because it is a shocking disease. We've only just buried a friend of ours not 2 weeks ago from ovarian cancer. Again, it's an estrogen positive cancer. So if there's anything I can say to you, please go have a mammogram and ultrasound if you are 40, 50. You know, I didn't fit into the age because I'm 48, I'm not 50, and I had to push for it. So what I'm saying to you is, please do not expect a lump. It may not be a lump. And if you find anything that wasn't there before, or something that is strange, or even feels like calcification, please, please, please go to your GP, get yourself a mammogram and ultrasound referral, put your mind at ease, because it's only 1 in 8 will have a diagnosis of what I was given. And if we can get more people being the 7 out of 8 and bring this insidious disease to its knees, that would be awesome, and not have to go through the shocking chemo and losing hair and all sorts of crazy stuff. So thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to our story. And any questions, just ask.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Cheers.